let's talk about something that's, genuinely scary. The idea of having a heart attack when you're all by yourself. It's a frightening thought. But what if knowing just a few simple things could completely change that feeling? What if it could give you a sense of control? That's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to break down the steps, because being prepared, well, that's your superpower.
So let me ask you straight up. Just imagine it for a second. You're home alone, and you start to feel something's not right in your chest. What's the very first thing you do? Seriously, knowing the answer to that question right now could be the thing that changes everything.
First things first, we have to get the Hollywood version of a heart attack out of our heads. You know the one, the big dramatic scene, clutching the chest, falling to the floor. The truth is, a real heart attack often starts as more of a quiet whisper. It's subtle. It's a slow, creeping feeling that's so easy to just brush off as something else.
So, to make sure you're ready, we've broken this down into 4 key parts. We'll start with how to recognize those warning signs, then what to do immediately. After that, we'll cover how to wait for help to arrive, and we'll wrap up with the most important part, how a little preparation gives you all the power.
All right, let's jump into section 1, recognizing the warning signs. I love this phrase. Your body often whispers before it screams, and learning to hear that whisper is absolutely crucial.
So what are these whispers? Well, it might not be a sharp pain at all. It can feel like a heavy pressure, almost like someone put a brick on your chest. And that discomfort, it can move, traveling down your arm, up to your jaw, or even into your upper back. Now, especially for women and seniors, the signs can be even trickier. It might feel like bad indigestion, or just sudden extreme tiredness, or a wave of nausea. Keep an eye out for getting breathless out of nowhere, breaking into a cold sweat, or feeling dizzy. These are the signs you just can't afford to ignore.
And this story about Richard just says it all. He's 74, felt what he was sure was just heartburn, but there was something else. He couldn't get a full, deep breath, and that was the whisper. Instead of dismissing it, he decided to act. That single choice, it probably saved his life. The takeaway here is so clear. Don't try to explain these feelings away. Listen to them.
Okay, on to section 2, your first critical actions. When you even suspect a heart attack, you have to understand that the clock is ticking. There's a saying doctors use, time is muscle. It means every single minute you wait, more of your heart muscle gets damaged. Time is absolutely not on your side. So here are the 2 things you have to do, and they have to be in this exact order. Number 1, call 911. Immediately. I can't stress this enough. Don't call your spouse, don't call a neighbor. Your first call is to 911. And please, don't even think about trying to drive yourself to the hospital. Number 2, only after you have made that call, go find 1 standard aspirin.
Linda's story is the perfect example. She was 78 and she remembered this piece of advice a nurse gave her once. If you think it's your heart, call 911 first and talk to your family later. She did exactly that, and her doctor told her that 1 quick decision made all the difference in her recovery. It's such a simple rule, but it is a lifesaver.
Now let's talk about that aspirin. It's not just that you take it, it's how you take it. You need to chew 1 standard 325 milligram tablet. Don't swallow it. Why? Well, when you chew it, the medicine gets absorbed super fast through the lining of your mouth and gets right into your bloodstream. If you just swallow it, it has to go all the way down to your stomach, and that takes way too long. Chewing buys you precious, life-saving minutes.
Okay, so you've called 911 and you've chewed on aspirin. What now? Let's move on to section 3. How to wait for help. Believe it or not, the smart choices you make in these next few minutes are just as vital.
Now this might be the weirdest piece of advice you'll ever hear in an emergency. Stay still. Seriously, your heart is fighting for every bit of oxygen it can get. Every little movement, even just walking across the room, puts more strain on it. So you need to find a spot, sit down or lie down, and just stay put. In this one rare moment, doing nothing is actually the most important thing you can possibly do. While you're staying still, there are a few small things you can do to help the rescuers help you. First, if you can get there safely without straining, unlock your front door. That way, paramedics won't have to waste a single second breaking it down. Next, put 911 on speakerphone. This frees up your hands, and it also makes it a little easier to breathe and talk. And finally, focus on your breathing. Try a slow rhythm. In through your nose for 4 counts, and out through your mouth for 6 counts. This simple act actually helps calm your whole nervous system down. And don't forget about the lifeline you're probably holding in your hand. Your smartphone has a feature called Medical ID. You can list your medical conditions, allergies, medications, and emergency contacts. And here's the magic part. First responders know how to access this right from your lock screen.
even if you can't speak. It speaks for you when you can't.
And that breathing technique, it's not just to calm your nerves. It's a physical tool. Look at Frank's story. He's 83, felt that crushing weight, and was absolutely terrified he wasn't going to make it. But he remembered to focus on that slow, steady breath. Later on, his cardiologist told him that the simple act of staying calm might have been what kept him from going into full cardiac arrest. It's that powerful.
This brings us to our last section, and honestly, it's my favorite because it's all about what you can do right now. Section 4, preparation is your power. The single best way to handle a crisis is to get ready for it long before it ever happens.
And look, this isn't some big, complicated project. This is a 5-minute plan. That's it. First, stick some aspirin in places you can get to easily. Your nightstand, the kitchen drawer, maybe even your wallet. Next, pull out your phone right after this and set up your medical ID. It takes 2 minutes. Also, tape a list of important phone numbers to your fridge. Paramedics are trained to look there. And finally, practice that slow breathing technique when you're calm so it feels like second nature if you ever need it.
So let's just do a super quick review. This is your 7-step survival plan. 1. Recognize the subtle signs. 2. Call 911. No delay. 3. Chew 1 aspirin. 4. Stay still. 5. Unlock the door. 6. Use your phone as a lifeline. And 7. Control your breath. That's it. That's your blueprint. It really does just come down to this one number. 5 minutes. That's all the time it takes to get these things ready. Think about that trade-off. 5 minutes of your time today for the chance at years more with the people you love. When you look at it that way, it's not really a choice at all, is it?
So I'll leave you with the most important question of all. This isn't just about knowing stuff, it's about doing stuff. So what is the one thing you are going to do today to prepare? Are you going to set up that medical ID? Are you going to put some aspirin in your wallet? Taking that one small step, that's how you turn this fear into real, tangible power.